I'm using 7 corn on the cob here, fresh corn. You can also use frozen corn, but the best result is with fresh corn, and also it's in season right now. I'm just taking the husk out of all the corn. I'm using both white and yellow corn, but you can use either. And once I clean the corn as much as possible, we're going to take the corn kernels out of the cob. And for this, I'm taking a large bowl with a small bowl inside that has in the bottom a ridge where I'm placing the corn and just cutting out the corn kernels. It's easier to work with the corn this way, less chances of injury, but the point is to take out the corn kernels, and I'll do that for all the 6 cobs. Next, in a large pan that is going on medium heat, I'm adding half a tablespoon of oil. I'm using olive oil, but avocado oil would be great here. And I'm adding about half of my corn kernels. I don't want to add everything together because what we are trying to do here is just char the corn. And if you add everything together, that's not going to be, the corn is not going to be charred very well. So alternatively, you could also grill the corn right on the cob so that the outside is charred, and then cut out the corn kernels from the cob. But I'm doing it this way. So I just want to stir in the corn a little bit so that everything is covered in oil, and I want to let the corn sit flat, almost as like one layer of corn, and let it touch the pan with the heat as much as possible, and then just cover it and let it sit for about 10 minutes or so. So after 10 minutes, as you can see, our corn is pretty charred. The juice from the corn, and it really sticks to the bottom, as you can see here, but the corn is nice and charred, and our corn is not overcooked here. So this is what we want, and we're just gonna set this aside and put it in a separate bowl, and we're going to repeat the same process for the rest of our corn. So here is all of our corn, and to this I'm going to add about half the juice of half a lime here, and you can always add more later, so err on the side of less right now than more. Next, we're adding about half a tablespoon of vegan mayonnaise, and I have a recipe for the vegan mayonnaise on my website, the link to which I'll put in the description box below, as well as half a tablespoon of sour cream. You can also use Greek yogurt if you don't use sour cream, and then a little bit of cilantro, finely chopped cilantro. I'm also adding in a little bit of chili flakes, not too much because I'm making this for the kids, but also if you like heat, you can also feel free to add jalapeno or serrano peppers here. Next, I'm adding a little bit of ground black pepper and salt to taste. Next, you would add a little bit of queso fresco, but I never have that queso fresco lying around in the house, so I just normally use feta cheese. You just only need a little bit, maybe about an ounce or so, and you're just going to crumble it into the mixture and save a little bit for garnishing in the end. So all we need to do now is give everything a good mix, and this is really it. It's a really easy recipe. Very easy to make, and a favorite for kids as well as adults. Now would be a good time to give it a taste and see if you need to add any other seasonings. I'm adding half a tablespoon more of sour cream and half a tablespoon more of the vegan mayonnaise, and also a little bit more of the lime juice here. Give it a mix, and we're done. This is our Mexican street corn, a very easy recipe. We're just going to plate it here in a nice bowl. I hope you give this recipe a try, and if you like this recipe, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. I'm just garnishing this with a little bit of the feta cheese and a little bit of the coriander leaves on the top. As always, say a little prayer and share the love, and I'll see you in the next video.